Today we were supposed to walk 12.9 miles to a campground, and it wasn't marked, and somehow we missed it. So we ended up walking 15.9 miles, and we came to this area that had been used for a campground previously, kind of a stealth campground. So we set up here, and you can see Janine's hammock kind of off in the woods there. And then we've just hung our bear bag over here. This is the first time we've had to hang our own bear bag using our own rope and so forth. So we hung them up using our 50 feet of our paracord hung up from that tree. And tonight I'm planning on sleeping with the bear spray handy, just because we're out here all by ourselves, away from everybody. Good morning. This is Tuesday morning. It's our 8th day out on the trail. And it was supposed to be a 13-mile day today if we were going to do 3 13-mile days. But the campground that we were supposed to stay at last night, as I explained earlier, had no markings, and we walked right past it. We weren't the only ones. There were a lot of people that had missed it completely. So we ended up finding a campsite along the way, and it turned out to be one of our best campsites ever. It was so quiet and peaceful and beautiful and private. So we really had an enjoyable experience. Had a great campfire last night, and it's a beautiful morning. Yesterday was such a beautiful day, and looks like today is going to be the same. So we ended up walking like 3 extra miles yesterday. So as a result of that, we are going to cut down the next 2 days. Today and tomorrow are just going to be 11.2 mile days. We found a different campsite for tonight. So we've made adjustments, and that's one of the things you have to do on the trail. Look at this amazing view. There's a view of the path I'm going down. It's full of rocks and roots. Rocks and roots. So got to be careful. Watch my footing since I'm holding the camera. I'm videoing while I'm driving.
So this is part of the evening chores. When we are finished with the dinner, if the campsite that we're at has bear cables, we bring our bag down here. It has to have all of our foods, our snacks, our trash, anything that would have food scents, crumbs, whatever in it, has to come down here and be hung on these bear cables, so that obviously the bears aren't coming into people's tents and attacking them to get to the food. So you can see there's numerous people here at the site tonight. There's other bear bags hanging.
Dusk in the mountains. Almost bedtime. Standing just 30 feet from our tent. This is our view for the night. Looking forward to sunrise in the morning. One of the things that we often encounter on the trail are trees that are right next to the trail, and their roots grow out into the trail. And if it's an uphill or downhill, a lot of times their roots will form natural staircases for us to get up or down. So it's just another way that I've discovered that trees are helping us. Good morning. We are on day 9 of our hike, and we have figured out that we have walked over 70 miles at this point, hiked over 70 miles. And I was just thinking about something on this trail. And what I was thinking about was that this is a one lane trail, that for someone to pass you, either coming or going, you have to step aside or they have to step aside. And the thing that struck me has been just how courteous it is. So the way there's actually some rules that if you're on an uphill trek and someone's coming at you on a downhill trek, the people who are going uphill have the right of way. And so the people coming downhill will step aside and let the uphillers go because they have the momentum going. It's a lot of work to go uphill. And when someone's coming up from behind you that's faster than you, you step aside so that they can pass you. And it's just amazing to me how courteous it all happens. People will say, "Thank you," or sometimes the people coming uphill will say, "Oh no, come on down, I need a break." So it's just awesome how there's no trail rage on the Appalachian Trail. Why couldn't we have that on all of our roads and trails? I know it's coming someday. Sometimes along the trail, we've got some convenient bench seating, so we sit down and take a break. This is a view from a mountaintop in North Carolina, and I don't know whether you can see way off there in the distance that reservoir. That's actually the reservoir around Hiawassee, Georgia. Nice narrow little bridge over a ravine on our way up to Standing Indian Mountain. About a 2.5 mile upward trek.